Hello and welcome to Elder Small. This will be a short session wherein I'd like to introduce my book, You Deserve More: Consciousness Having Human Experience. In this session, I will briefly reflect on Chapter 1, but before I do, let me say that the theme of the book, the major theme in the book, You Deserve More, is consciousness, unity, and oneness in the context of our lives and the cosmos that we live in. So, turning to chapter 1 and a quick review, there's a lot to consider about the number 3. For example, consider the creator who created the female and the male from his or her own being. It's like growing toes or fingers from the body. The female and the male are part of the creator's body. The three are one. Another example is the mother, father, and child. The child is the result of the mother and father mating or becoming as one. The mother and father standing alone cannot produce a child, and for more than 6,000 years we have known, or we have recognized, the mother, father, and child as a trinity. It was probably the first trinity that was recognized in terms of human life on earth. In both these examples, we find the nature of creation. Creation can be defined as interconnectedness. All of creation is interconnected, and in simple terms, interconnectedness can be said to represent the building blocks of life. Think about this for a minute. The roots of trees, trees and plants, they penetrate down into the earth where they connect with life-giving energy, life-sustaining energy. And like the root system of plants, human consciousness has a root system that extends into an ocean of energy from which the entire universe emerged. For example, the earth, air, water, fire, they are all aspects of the energy that gives life to our bodies. They exist within us, outside us, below us, above us. These four elements of manifested energy unite to form the universe, which is the home of human beings and many other countless life forms or forms of life. Human beings, animal life, sea life, plant life, mineral life, birds, etc. We are all dependent and consist of these four elements and other forms of cosmic energy. The essence or nature of cosmic energy can be defined as an ocean of divine consciousness. The entire cosmos, which includes galaxies, planets, stars, suns, and moons, are all manifestations of divine consciousness, all manifestations of life, which is to say, divine consciousness has no limits, it has no boundaries, no restrictions, as she gives birth to countless forms of life. We have been indoctrinated into a mental, social, material, political, and religious environment that is comparable to being confined to an insane asylum. Homes, cars, clothes, the television, internet, and other external forces dominate and control our thoughts and actions. We adhere to a false reality and a deceptive world order totally ignoring its ulterior motivation to subjugate and control people, culture, norms, land, natural resources, and the wealth of our planet. Here in the 21st century, our lives are quantified by jobs and material possessions. If you don't invest your life into having a good job, a home, a car, clothes, or money, then there's something wrong with you. In addition, there is an off-planet God and an on-planet devil who reigns over the earth. And so to be part of mainstream society, people must adhere to the demands of religious doctrines that were created by power-hungry, ego-driven people, greedy people, power-hungry, thousands of years ago. Modern religion ranks at the top of the list as a social cultural pathology, or as a social cultural sickness constructed to suppress inner awareness and knowledge of human consciousness. We're spirits, we're souls incarnate in human bodies, and as such, our bodies serve as temporary homes for our souls, with the soul possessing the ability to exit the body anytime she wants, anytime she wishes. Meanwhile, the soul uses the body to experience the drama, the emotions, the feelings, the passions, the desires that are intrinsic to life on earth. Amid the trials and temptations, the ego tripping, the soul is the presence of higher dimensions of consciousness abiding in our bodies. Thus, our bodies are temples of higher consciousness. The ancient Africans, known as Kemites, inscribed on the outside of the temple, of the Luxor temple, the phrase, "The body is the temple of God's within you." The word God's is translated from the Egyptian or the Kemetic word neteru. The neteru being better defined as aspects or principles of consciousness, which includes ethics and morals and values and those kinds of things. And so the body is the temple of the consciousness of the gods within you. Therefore, it is said, "Man, know thyself." The deeper meaning inferred here is that self-knowledge is the basis of true knowledge. To understand and operate in self-knowledge, we must learn to transcend the dogmas and doctrines of political, religious, and educational institutions, because they are part of the program designed to control the masses and enhance the wealth of a small group of people. A human or sentient consciousness, in simple terms, is divine consciousness. Divine consciousness, which is synonymous with energy, kinetic energy, energy that can take forms, that moves, as opposed to potential energy, which is at rest. Divine consciousness transcends duality, ego, and this third dimension, this physical dimension, thereby fostering the knowledge of immortality among us or in us. What we need to know and understand, or we need to know and understand who we are. We must. We've got to take steps in the direction. In the first chapter, we talk about taking steps in the direction of acknowledging our inseparable unity and oneness and interconnectedness with all of creation. And so that's just a brief synopsis of chapter 1 In my next session, I'll give a brief synopsis on chapter 2. Meanwhile, I like to say dua, which in the ancient Kemetic tongue means thank you. I like to say ashe. I like to end with imparting love to you. And it is my earnest desire that you would acknowledge a sense of intelligence. In other words, I confer on you, or it is my wish that you would go about life as intelligent beings. Thank you, Dua Ashe.